Chapter 1. The narrator, Nick Carraway, introduces himself and his relationship to the book's protagonist, Jay Gatsby. The theme of illusion and disillusionment is introduced through Nick's recollection of his grandfather's advice to never judge anyone solely by their actions. This foreshadows the moral ambiguity of the characters and the ultimate revelation that Gatsby's life was built on lies. Chapter 2. Nick meets his neighbor, the mysterious and wealthy Jay Gatsby. Gatsby's opulent mansion and lavish parties symbolize the excess and decadence of the Roaring Twenties. The green light at the end of the dock across the bay from Gatsby's house is introduced as a symbol of Gatsby's hope and yearning for the past. Chapter 3. Nick attends one of Gatsby's parties and meets several characters, including the Buchanans, Tom and Daisy, Jordan Baker, and Meyer Wolfsheim. The theme of the corrupting influence of wealth is introduced through the decadent and reckless behavior of the partygoers. The character of Wolfsheim, a shadowy figure with ties to organized crime, furthers this theme by representing the corruption and immorality that can come with the pursuit of wealth. Chapter 4. Nick becomes closer to Gatsby and learns more about his past, including his love for Daisy Buchanan. The theme of the decay of the American dream is introduced through Gatsby's rags to riches story, which is revealed to be built on illegal activities such as bootlegging. Chapter 5. Nick, Gatsby, and Jordan attend a party at the Buchanan's house, where tensions between Tom and Gatsby come to a head. The theme of the corruption of the upper class is highlighted through Tom's infidelity and abuse of power. Chapter 6. Gatsby reveals to Nick the truth about his past and his relationship with Daisy. The green light is further developed as a symbol of Gatsby's unfulfilled desire for Daisy and the past they shared. Chapter 7. The rift between Tom and Gatsby escalates, leading to a confrontation between the two men and ultimately to the death of Myrtle Wilson, Tom's mistress. The theme of the destructive power of greed and selfishness is highlighted through the characters' actions and the tragic consequences that result. Chapter 8. The aftermath of Myrtle's death and the investigation that follows bring the characters' lies and illusions crashing down. The theme of the hollowness of the lavish lifestyle and the emptiness of the pursuit of wealth is exemplified through the characters' reactions to the tragedy. Chapter 9. Gatsby's past is fully revealed, including the role that Daisy played in it. The theme of the destructive power of love is shown through Gatsby's sacrifices and ultimate demise, as he is killed by Wilson, who believes Gatsby is responsible for Myrtle's death. Chapter 10. The novel concludes with Nick reflecting on the events of the summer and the lessons he has learned about the corrupting influence of wealth and the ultimate futility of chasing after the past. The green light, which had symbolized Gatsby's hope and yearning, takes on a more somber meaning as it represents the unattainable nature of Gatsby's dreams. Chapter 11. Nick visits Gatsby's funeral, which is attended only by a few people. This underscores the theme of the emptiness of Gatsby's life and the shallow nature of the relationships he had formed through his wealth. The fact that Gatsby's father, a humble man from the Midwest, attends the funeral highlights the contrast between Gatsby's extravagant lifestyle and his humble beginnings. Chapter 12. Nick returns home to the Midwest, reflecting on the lessons he has learned from his experiences in the East. He reflects on the moral decay and corruption he has witnessed, and the ultimately meaningless and empty pursuit of wealth and status. The theme of the decline of the American dream is further emphasized through Nick's realization that the characters he has encountered are driven by selfish desires and are unable to find true fulfillment. Overall, The Great Gatsby is a novel that explores themes of illusion and disillusionment, the corrupting influence of wealth, the decay of the American dream, and the destructive power of love and greed. Through its symbolism and character development, the novel delves into the dark side of the Roaring Twenties and the hollowness of the pursuit of status and material wealth. One of the major themes of the novel is the corrupting influence of wealth. The characters who are depicted as wealthy, such as Tom Buchanan and Jay Gatsby, are shown to be careless and reckless with their wealth, indulging in lavish parties and excess. The character of Meyer Wolfsheim, a shadowy figure with ties to organized crime, furthers this theme by representing the corruption and immorality that can come with the pursuit of wealth. The theme of the hollowness of the lavish lifestyle and the emptiness of the pursuit of wealth is exemplified through the characters' reactions to the tragedy at the end of the novel, when the consequences of their actions catch up to them. Another major theme of the novel is the decline of the American dream. The American dream, as traditionally understood, is the idea that through hard work and determination, anyone can achieve success and prosperity. However, in The Great Gatsby, the characters who are depicted as successful, such as Gatsby and Tom, are shown to be corrupt and morally bankrupt. Gatsby's rags to riches story is revealed to be built on illegal activities such as bootlegging, and Tom's wealth and status are shown to be rooted in abuse of power and infidelity. This serves to undermine the traditional understanding of the American dream and highlights the ways in which the pursuit of wealth and status can lead to moral decay. Symbolism is also an important aspect of The Great Gatsby. The green light at the end of the dock across the bay from Gatsby's house is a significant symbol in the novel, representing Gatsby's hope and yearning for the past and his unfulfilled desire for Daisy. The light takes on a more somber meaning as the novel progresses and it becomes clear that Gatsby's dreams are unattainable. The Valley of Ashes, a desolate and polluted area between the East and West Egg, serves as a symbol of the moral and spiritual decay of the society depicted in the novel. The eyes of Dr. T.J. Eichelberg, a pair of dilapidated spectacles on a fading advertisement, are also a significant symbol, representing the loss of moral guidance and the decline of traditional values in the society depicted in the novel. Another significant theme in the novel is the destructive power of love and desire. The characters in The Great Gatsby are driven by their desires, whether it be Gatsby's yearning for Daisy or Tom's desire for power and control. These desires ultimately lead to the character's downfall, as they are unable to find fulfillment and happiness. Gatsby's love for Daisy is a driving force in the novel, and his pursuit of her ultimately leads to his demise. Tom's affair with Myrtle Wilson and his abuse of power also have destructive consequences, culminating in Myrtle's death and the unraveling of the character's lives. The theme of illusion and disillusionment is also central to the novel. The characters in The Great Gatsby are shown to be living in a world of illusion, constantly striving for a life that is out of reach. Gatsby's lavish lifestyle and parties are presented as a fa Section 8, hiding the emptiness and corruption at the heart of his world. Nick, the narrator, is initially drawn in by the glamour and excitement of the world he encounters in the East, but as the novel progresses, he becomes disillusioned with the shallow and corrupt nature of the society he encounters. The theme of disillusionment is ultimately reinforced through the revelation of the characters' lives and the tragic consequences of their actions. In conclusion, The Great Gatsby is a novel that explores themes of illusion and disillusionment, the corrupting influence of wealth, the decline of the American dream, and the destructive power of love and desire. Through its symbolism and character development, the novel delves into the dark side of the Roaring Twenties and the hollowness of the pursuit of status and material wealth. It ultimately serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of living in a world of illusion and the importance of striving for moral and spiritual fulfillment.